In today's video, I'll reveal a simple tax strategy that most South African retirees never learn. One that can save you tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of rands over your retirement. If you're new to the channel, welcome back. My name is Hardy Swart. I'm a certified financial planner and a director at Family Wealth Custodians. After helping thousands of South Africans plan for and structure their retirement income, I've discovered that one strategic decision, how you withdraw your money from your different investment accounts and retirement portfolios, can dramatically reduce your lifetime taxes. In this video, I'll explain the optimal withdrawal sequence to minimize taxes in South Africa, why most retirees get this wrong and end up paying unnecessary tax, and how to use disallowed contributions inside your living annuity to draw income in a tax-free manner. And don't worry, this strategy doesn't rely on complex software or offshore structures. It's something every retiree can potentially use. At Family Wealth Custodians, we have a dream to impact as many people as we possibly can, especially retirees in retirement or approaching retirement in South Africa. And you can help us reach that dream by liking this video and subscribing to the Family Wealth YouTube channel. This enables us to reach more retirees that are thinking about retirement or have difficult decisions that they need to make. One last thing, remember, this video is for educational purposes only, and it doesn't constitute personal financial advice. Please consult a certified financial planner before making any big financial decisions. Many new retirees are shocked to learn that their tax burden, doesn't vanish when they stop working. It simply changes shape. While you're working, your income tax is predictable, deducted straight from your salary. But in retirement, your income might come from different sources: a living annuity, an investment portfolio, your bank savings account, or even rental income, all taxed differently. This mix creates what we call stealth taxes, the silent wealth drain. Here's a couple of common retirement tax drains. The first one being bracket creep. Drawing too much taxable income from your living annuity can push you into a higher marginal tax bracket, meaning you pay more tax than necessary. Secondly, capital gains tax. Selling units in a discretionary investment like a unit trust for more than their base cost triggers capital gains tax. Even small sales add up over time. And then interest income. Interest earned in a savings or investment account is fully taxable, whether you withdraw it or not. You're taxed in the year that interest is physically earned. And then double taxation trap. Drawing only from pre-tax retirement income while ignoring discretionary investments often leads to higher overall tax over time. The real danger isn't one big mistake. It's how these small silent taxes quietly erode your wealth year after year. The biggest mistake many South African retirees make is following what seems like common sense. Use your retirement income first and only touch your discretionary investments when needed or later. It sounds logical, but it's often the most expensive way to draw income. When you draw primarily from your living annuity, which is usually comes from your pension fund or retirement annuity at retirement, every rand is fully taxable at your marginal tax rate. Meanwhile, your discretionary investments, which offer far more flexibility, remain untouched. And that's the real missed opportunity. Your early retirement years, the go-go years, are when your spending is the most. You spend on travel, leisure, and lifestyle. That's exactly when you should blend your withdrawal strategically and use disallowed contributions, Section 10C of the Income Tax Act, to create tax-free income. Doing this not only lowers your lifetime tax, but it also helps you to make the most of your healthiest, most active years of retirement. So let's look at a practical example. Meet Tom and Susie. They're both 65 years old. Tom has a living annuity of about 8 million rand and a retirement annuity of about 1 million rand that's still growing. Tom also has a fixed deposit of approximately 10 million rand. This 10 million rand is the proceeds from the sale of their small business. Tom also has a tax-free savings account of approximately 500,000 rand, where Susie, on the other hand, has a fixed deposit account with a local bank of about 2 million rand and a tax-free savings account of, let's say, 500,000 rand. Together they need about 720,000 Rand per year or 60,000 Rand per month after tax to maintain their lifestyle. They follow conventional wisdom and draw most of their income from Tom's living annuity. That entire 720,000 Rand is fully taxable at Tom's marginal rate. On top of that, Tom earns approximately 600,000 Rand in interest per year from his fixed deposit. After subtracting the annual interest exemption of 34,500 Rand, his taxable income rises by 565,500 Rand. This pushes him and his total income to roughly about 1,285,000 Rand, resulting in his tax bill of about 399,000 Rand, or an effective tax rate of approximately 31%. And remember, that's just 1 year. Over time, those taxes compound dramatically. Here's where things get interesting. Every time you contribute to a retirement annuity or your pension fund, SARS allows you to deduct up to 27.5% of your taxable income of 350,000 Rand per year, whichever is lower. And if you contribute more than that, the excess becomes what we call a disallowed contribution. But it's not lost. SARS actually keeps a record of all your Section 10C credits, which you can withdraw completely tax-free, either as part of your lump sum at retirement or as a tax-free income from your living annuity. So let's assume in Tom's situation, Tom invests 5 million Rand from his fixed deposit into his retirement annuity. That exceeds his deductible limit, so it becomes what we call a Section 10C disallowed contribution. When Tom converts his retirement annuity into a living annuity, SARS recognizes that 5 million Rand as after-tax capital, allowing him to draw tax-free income until that credit is depleted. At his current income level, that's roughly 6 years of tax-free withdrawals. During that period, the growth inside his living annuity is also tax-free, and he'll only start paying tax once his disallowed pool has been used up. So once the original 5 million credit that he received has been fully utilized, then he'll start paying tax on the proceeds and on the rest of his living annuity. Tom also wanted to diversify offshore into hard currency. He was concerned about the Rand's long-term stability. I recommended investing 4.5 million of his remaining fixed deposit funds into an offshore tax wrapper, structured as a sinking fund or an endowment, depending on which company he uses, and invested into roll-up funds. This gives him direct foreign exposure and excellent tax efficiency within a South African compliance structure. Inside this tax wrapper, the maximum effective capital gain tax Tom would pay is 12%. Furthermore, any interest or income earned will also be taxed at a flat 12% due to the roll-up funds that's used in the structure. This is far lower than Tom's marginal tax rate of 31%. Additional benefits of using an offshore tax wrapper are the following. It simplifies tax administration. All taxes are handled within the policy. There are no annual declaration requirements. So that means once you've invested in the structure, you don't need to worry about telling SARS what your income was for the year from that specific product. Also, it provides you with full global diversification. No restrictions on equity, offshore exposure, and that's very different to normal retirement products. Furthermore, it provides flexibility when it comes to contributions. In the first year, you've got unlimited top-ups without restarting the 5-year restriction period. From year 2 onwards, there are, however, certain restrictions that depending on which company you use. It also provides full liquidity after 5 years. You can withdraw freely after the restriction period while keeping all the tax and estate benefits. It also has estate planning advantages. Proceeds can go directly to the beneficiaries, avoiding executors' fees, which can be up to 4.025%. And payments are made quickly, providing liquidity before the estate is finalized. If there's no beneficiary nominated, funds are paid directly into the estate for liquidity purposes. And of course, it provides protection from foreign inheritance tax or CITES tax. Since the policy is governed by South African law, his estate avoids foreign estate taxes, which could reach up to 40% in some jurisdictions. By combining Section 10C disallowed contributions with an offshore tax wrapper, Tom and Susie have drastically reduced their taxable income. they've created approximately 6 years of tax-free income, and they've diversified into global markets. They have also protected their estate for their heirs. In practical terms, Tom's effective tax rate drops from 31% to less than 12% for the first decade of retirement. And then what's important is by that time, a decade later, they might decide to withdraw some of the income from their tax-free savings account, which can further extend the amount of tax-free income they receive and lessen their tax burden in retirement. Here's a couple of practical tips to reduce retirement taxes. Number 1, consider blending your withdrawals. Draw income from both your living annuity and discretionary funds to stay in lower tax brackets and manage capital gains tax. Secondly, you might consider using disallowed contributions strategically. Always draw this portion first to create tax-free income. You also might decide to delay taxable withdrawals where possible. Let your disallowed and tax-free accounts do the heavy lifting early on. Fourth, maximize your tax-free savings account withdrawals. These are 100% tax-free. No income, no tax, no CGT, no dividend tax. These strategies work best when you have a healthy mix of retirement accounts with disallowed contributions if possible, discretionary investments, tax-free savings accounts, and offshore or local tax wrapper. Tax diversification gives you flexibility, and flexibility gives you full control. Oftentimes, when having conversations with clients, especially those that are pre-retirees that are 5 to 10 years away from retirement, they would ask me what could they do to put themselves in a better tax position when they eventually reach retirement. Number 1, maximize your retirement annuity contributions up to the deductible limits each year. Secondly, add more if you can. Those excess contributions become your future tax-free pool. Use your tax-free savings account for flexible, tax-free growth. And fourth, invest extra funds via discretionary accounts or tax wrapper for liquidity and tax efficiency. This balance creates true tax flexibility, your most valuable asset in retirement. Most retirees don't need more money. They need more control over the way their money is taxed. By using disallowed contributions wisely, blending withdrawal strategies, and diversifying across tax structures, you can save hundreds of thousands of unnecessary taxes in retirement and stretch your wealth even further. If you're within 5 years of retirement and want a personalized, tax-efficient withdrawal plan, click the link in the description below and schedule a complimentary exploration call with one of our professional team members. I'm Hadi Swart. This is Family Wealth. Keep investing in your future.